Jesse stands out back and feels his stomach turn to water. Bigger than any juke joint, bigger than any hall. Backstage smells like sawdust and 100 cigarettes. A band he's never met is tuning up behind the door. Calloway says these are your boys now, they'll back you on the tour. Jesse shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. The house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boys like walking on a frozen creek. His six strings feel heavier than they ever felt before, standing where 1,000 eyes are waiting him to speak. First chord rings out shaky, then it finds its feet. The crowd goes quiet like a congregation bowing low. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the Delta fields again. Sees the porch, the dust, the only home he used to know. Second song, the crowd starts clapping to the driving beat. Some girl up front is dancing with her eyes shut tight. Jesse feels a fire climbing up along his spine, different from the fires that he's felt on smaller nights. Third song's the one about the whiskey and the train. The whole room sings the chorus like they've always known the words. Jesse's chest goes tight with something he can't quite explain, a feeling bigger than the biggest sound he's ever heard. And the stage lights burn like sunrise, and the crowd feels like a flood. Something's rising up inside him, something moving through his blood. Six strings on the big stage, midnight trains a roar. Whiskey glass forgotten in the thunder of the crowd. Six strings on the big stage, I ain't a boy no more. First time in my whole life I'm standing tall. After the show, a line of faces waits behind the curtain. Girls with pens and paper, men with bottles in their hand. Someone hands him whiskey like it's water, like it's nothing. Jesse hesitates a moment, then he lets it warm his hand. Calloway's laughing loud, already talking bigger cities. Talking Nashville, talking Chicago, talking names Jesse don't know. Jesse drinks a little more than he was drinking back in Clarksdale. Tells himself it's just tonight, just one more, we'll see how it goes. Later, in the quiet of the hotel room, Jesse sat on the edge of a bed too soft for Delta bones. His six strings leaning in the corner like a patient friend, and looked at his own reflection in the dark window glass. He thought about the boy who used to sleep in barns, who used to play for coins and cornbread, and wondered when exactly that boy had started disappearing. The whiskey in his glass wasn't the same whiskey Big Sam poured. It came in a different bottle from a different kind of man, handed to him by people who wanted something from his sound. He thought, just one drink don't change a man, just one big stage don't change a man. But somewhere far off, quiet as a whisper, a small voice reminded him that rivers don't change all at once either. They just bend a little more and a little more, until one day you look up and you're somewhere you never meant to be. Morning comes with sunlight harsh against his tired eyes. Calloway's already knocking, talking schedules, talking fame. Jesse packs his six string slow, remembering the porch at home, wondering if the boy from Clarksdale Tell us one more song. Jesse's harmonica answers. One more, just one more. Sharon and Reed tangled in the hall. Two sounds rising higher than the stage lights, higher than it all. Six strings on the big stage, midnight train to roar. Whiskey glass forgotten in the thunder of the crowd. Six strings on the big stage, I ain't a boy no more. Big Sam's far off watching, Delilah's in the clouds. Daddy's guitar is ringing louder than it's ever rung. Six strings on the big stage, my story's just begun. Jackson fade behind him as the car pulls out at dawn. Callaway talks Nashville like it's already won. Darcy looks out the window at the fields rolling past. Six strings in the backseat, wondering what he's become. Callaway drives him south to a hall in Jackson Town. A marquee with his name spelled wrong, but spelled bright and tall. Jesse stands out back and feels his stomach turn to water. Bigger than any Juke joint, bigger than any hall. Backstage smells like sawdust and 100 cigarettes. A band he's never met is tuning up behind the door. Callaway says, these are your boys now, they'll back you on the tour. Jesse shakes their hands but wonders what Big Sam's playing for. Cause the house lights dim and someone hollers out his name. Jesse walks the boards like walking on the frozen creek. Word had spread beyond Vicksburg, past the river and the bend. Word had spread beyond Vicksburg, past the river and the bend. Juke joint owners started calling out, wanting me to come and lend. My voice and six string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. My voice and six string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. I started traveling circuit style, a different stage, every single hall. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street. Building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. But the same kind of hunger in their eyes, the same kind of empty space. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street. Building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. I started making real money now, but different than before. I started making real money now, but different than before. Every dollar had my own hands on it, wasn't skimmed off at raised back door. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat up amp, a sturdy case. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat up amp, a sturdy case. Started thinking about putting a band together, filling up the empty space. Found a drummer in Jackson, name of Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a drummer in Jackson, name of Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a bass man outside Hattiesburg who could hold a groove from the very start. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street. Building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tied and true. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tied and true. Willie's drums and Marcus on the bass, holding down the groove. Crowds got got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Crowds got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Wasn't Ray's machine behind it, just 3 men and an honest night. There's a difference I was learning between being built up by somebody else's hands and building something up yourself, brick by brick, town by town. Willie and Marcus didn't answer to no contract, they answered to the music. Same as me, we split every dollar even, 3 ways, no fine print. No green-eyed woman keeping tabs on my mood for somebody else's benefit. I thought about Ray Kingston sometimes, wondered if he'd heard about the juke joint circuit buzzing with my name on it. Wondered if it burned him, knowing he didn't own a single note of what we were building. I hoped it did, but mostly I was just grateful, sitting in the back of Willie's old truck between towns, watching the Mississippi countryside roll by. For the first time finding out what it felt like to build something true, with my own 2 hands alongside men who wanted nothing from me but the music itself. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. But every juke joint felt like family, not a single one felt like a test. Willie's wife would cook us supper whenever we rolled back through town. Willie's wife would cook us supper whenever we rolled back through town. Marcus taught me how to laugh again, taught me how to settle down. Wow! We started calling ourselves the Cold Trio, simple as that, plain and true. We started calling ourselves the Cold Trio, simple as that, plain and true. Word kept spreading down every road, further than we ever knew. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, and I finally got a real crew. I'm riding a juke joint circuit now, building something honest and true. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and don't come with none to see me through. Wide and slow, I rode into Mittender with a Mississippi, wide and slow. Found a bar down by the levee with a lantern light hung low. The owner was a woman named Miss Odessa, sharp and kind. The owner was a woman named Miss Odessa, sharp and kind. Said, you play that thing for real, or you just wasting my time. One night in Vicksburg, down along the river's edge. One night in Vicksburg, standing on a different kind of ledge. Every town's got its own story, every stranger's got a pledge. I sat down on that little stage, tuned my strings up nice and tight. I sat down on that little stage, tuned my strings up nice and tight. The room went quiet, slow around me, like they sensed I'd bring the light. One night in Vicksburg, down along the river's edge. One night in Vicksburg, standing on a different kind of ledge. Every town's got its own story, every stranger's got a pledge. Oh! train. I played them songs about Delilah, songs about the midnight train, songs about a cage of gold and every ounce of hard-earned pain. An old riverboat man in the corner wiped a tear he tried to hide. An old riverboat man in the corner wiped a tear he tried to hide. Said, boy, you're singing my whole life, and I ain't never told a soul, but you just testified. Miss Odessa poured me whiskey, said that one's on the house. Miss Odessa poured me whiskey, said that one's on the house. Ain't heard truth like that in this room since my late husband's final vows. One night in Vicksburg, down along the river's edge. One night in Vicksburg, standing on a different kind of ledge. Every town's got its own story, every stranger's got a pledge. I pledged a near about closing time, voice near ragged, hands worn thin. I played on near about closing time, voice near ragged, hands worn thin. But every song felt lighter than the one that came before it, like shedding skin. Miss Odessa offered me the back room, said stay as long as you need. Miss Odessa offered me the back room, said stay as long as you need. Man who plays like that deserves a roof, deserves a chance to plant a seed. I laid awake that night in Miss Odessa's back room, listening to the river, moving slow past the window, and I thought about something that old riverboat man said to me. You're singing my whole life. That's when it hit me clear, clearer than it ever had in Memphis. With all them lights and all them numbers, Ray kept counting. The music was never about making myself into somebody bigger. It was about giving folks a place to put down what they'd been carrying alone. Delilah's leaving, Rosalie's silence, Ray's fine print, all of it had just been teaching me how to carry other people's hurt inside a song. Gentle enough that they could finally set their own hurt down for a minute. I thought about Big Sam's words about the blues not coming from applause. I understood them fully now, laying in that quiet room by the river. The blues comes from being honest enough to let a stranger see you clear. Odessa's little bar got full of words spreading left and right. Folks came from towns I'd never heard of just to hear the Delta sound. Folks came from towns I'd never heard of just to hear the Delta sound. I wasn't chasing fame no more, but somehow fame kept finding its way around. Sing it true. Sing it true. Sing it Tracy. Miss Odessa said one evening, you ever think of settling down? I told her the road still called me, Jesse's little bar got a foot, word spreading left and right. Folks came from towns I'd never heard of just to hear the Delta sound. Folks came from towns I'd never heard of just to hear the Delta sound. I wasn't chasing fame no more, but somehow fame kept finding. Comes from Callaway's lawyers, thick as any Bible. Says the label wants a meeting, says there's trouble with the books. Jesse sits alone and reads it twice beneath the hotel lamp light. Feels the weight of every number, every careful glance he took. Turns out raised $10,000 was just the surface showing. Deeper in the ledgers, deeper than Miss Hattie found. There's contracts signed by Jesse's hand he don't remember reading. Clauses buried thick as roots beneath familiar ground. The lawyer says the label owns the songs he wrote in Memphis, owns the masters, owns the publishing, owns near everything. Jesse feels his stomach drop the way it did that night at Beale Street, when he first picked up the pen and thought he understood the thing. You signed it, Mr. Cole, the lawyer says without much feeling. Standard clause, we all agree to terms we rarely read. Jesse thinks about his daddy's warning about the fine print. Thinks about the pen he took too quick, too full of need. Callaway won't take his calls now, hiding behind secretaries. The friendly grin from Beale Street traded for a closing door. Jesse learns the hardest lesson of the whole big shining city, that the men who raised him up can drop him faster than before. The tour dates start to cancel, one then two, then near a dozen. Word spreads quick through Nashville that the Cole boys caused a stir. Jesse sits alone in hotel rooms that used to feel like kingdoms, watching all the diamonds turn to something dark and blurred. And the phone stops ringing daily, and the crowds start growing thin, and the paper that once raised him now is closing tighter. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract signed too fast, too blind. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, everything I'm failing to hold on to is written down in someone else's mind. Jesse calls Big Sam collect, first time in near a year now. Voice cracking just a little when he says, Sam, I messed up bad. Big Sam listens quiet, doesn't say, I told you so, boy. Just says, come on home a while, son, ain't nothing here that's had. But Jesse can't come home just yet, their show's still under contract. Lawyers say he's bound to play or face a bigger loss. Jesse picks his daddy's guitar up heavier than ever, walks out to another stage, another debt, another cost. That night before the show, Jesse sat backstage alone and read through the contract one more time, slow, word by word, the way his daddy always told him to. Too late for it to matter now, but he read it anyway, like a man walking back through a house that's already burned down, just to understand how the fire started. He found his own signature at the bottom of page after page, each one a little smaller, a little more rushed than the last, like even his own hand had been getting tired of pretending to pay attention. He thought about the boy on the platform in the rain, holding a business card like it was made of glass. That boy hadn't known what glass could cut you. Jesse closed the contract and set it down, and picked up his guitar instead, the one document in his whole life that had never once tried to trick him. At least I still got you, he said quiet, to no one, to the strings. The show that night is smaller than the ones from just months back. Empty seats scattered like missing teeth throughout the hall. Jesse plays anyway, plays on, it's like the old days back in Clarksdale. Feel something strange and almost peaceful, even as things fall. Jesse's harmonica answers, that's all I've got tonight. Silence and reed tangled in the half-filled hall. Two sounds holding steady, though everything might fall. Six strings in a lawyer's letter, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract, signed too fast, too blind. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, everything I'm failing. Big Sam's waiting patient, Delilah's far behind. Daddy's guitar is all that's left of everything that's mine. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, I'm running out of time. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. Jesse walks out to the empty street where his Cadillac still waits. Six strings across his shoulder like the day he left the Delta. Wondering if all this steep still has a floor that waits. A letter comes from Conaway's lawyers, thick as any Bible. Says the label wants a meeting, says there's trouble with the books. Jesse sits alone and reads it twice beneath the hotel lamplight. Feels the weight of every number, every careful glance he took. Turns out I raised $10,000 was just the surface showing. Deeper in the ledgers, deeper than Miss Hattie found. There's contracts signed by Jesse's hand he don't remember reading. Clauses buried thick as roots beneath familiar ground. The lawyer says a label owns the songs he wrote in Memphis.
With papers in his hand, Ray came back the following week with papers in his hand. Said, sign right here, Jesse Cole, and I'll make you a household name across this land. He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. He talked about a studio, a record with my name in bold. Talked about money coming in faster than a river when it's cold. Oh, he's got Memphis on whispering, go on and sign. Rosalie said, close beside me, whispering, go on and sign. Said, don't you wanna give me nice things? Don't you want that life to shine? Of your time. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Big Sam sat quiet in the corner, fiddle resting on his knee. Didn't say a word that whole night, just kept staring straight at me. I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? I asked him after closing time, Sam, why won't you speak your mind? He said, you already made your choice, boy, I can see it in your eyes shining. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mine. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and he's putting it in mine. Saying, Jesse, this could be the best decision of your time. I told Big Sam it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. I told Big Sam it's just a contract, don't mean I'm leaving you. He said, son, contracts like that got a way of making old friends few. I ain't saying don't go chase it, every young man's got that right. I ain't saying don't go chase it, every young man's got that right. Just remember who was here before that suit walked in that night. Big Sam poured himself a drink, the first I'd seen him take in weeks. And he told me about a boy he knew back in his younger days, a fiddle player twice as good as Sam ever claimed to be, who signed his name to a fella just like Ray, all smiles and gold rings. And 3 years later, that boy was washing dishes in a Memphis diner. His name nowhere on the record that made somebody else rich. I ain't telling you this to scare you, Jesse, Sam said. I'm telling you, 'cause somebody should have told me. Read every line, trust the music, not the man selling it. I nodded like I understood. Truth is, I already had that pen in my pocket, and Rosalie's green eyes were the only thing I could really see that night. Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee and a grin. Next morning, Ray was waiting outside with coffee and a grin. Said, Memphis is calling, Jesse Cole, you ready to begin? I looked back once at the copper kettle, at the room above the bar. I looked back once at the copper kettle, at the room above the bar. Thought about Big Sam's tired eyes, and how far I'd come, how far. Just a bit. Rosalie kissed my cheek and smiled, said, baby, this is it. Oh, he's got Memphis on his mind, and now it's stuck in mine too. Stuck in mine. He's got Memphis on his mind, and Lord knows what he'll do. What'll he do? Got 6 strings and a signed paper, and a whole new life breaking through. I rode to Junie from a hotel room in a town I can't recall. I rode to Junie from a hotel room in a town I can't recall. Told about the crowd that night, how the music filled the hall. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. Simple words about the garden, about the hymn she hummed alone. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I'll read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Will it tease me something fierce whenever mail caught up with us? Will it tease me something fierce whenever mail caught up with us? Said, Cole, you reading that letter slower than the whole darn bus. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I'll read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. I just smiled and folded up the letter, kept it tucked beneath my hood. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. Every crowd a little bigger, word spreading out from door to door. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. Wondering if a road this long could still lead back again to her and him. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency steady pay each week. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency steady pay each week. I thought about staying put a while, thought about what my heart might seek. Well, he said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got. Well, he said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got. That's the look of a man who already knows where his heart's tied in a knot. I sat on the edge of a hotel bed in Birmingham, that residency offer in my hand. Good money, steady work, everything a traveling man's supposed to want. After 2 years on the circuit, and all I could think about was Junie's handwriting, careful and plain, telling me about her garden. Like it was the most important news in the world. Funny how a man can chase applause across 3 states and call it freedom, and then realize the thing he's really been chasing is a porch, a hummed hymn sung slightly wrong, and somebody who never once needed him to be anybody but exactly who he already was. I thought about Delilah's note on that kitchen table, watching you stay the same. Maybe this was different. Maybe wanting to go home to somebody wasn't staying the same at all. Maybe it was the whole point of everything the road had been teaching me. I turned down the residency, told the promoter not this time. the truck, didn't need to ask me why. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. But my mom was already back in Jackson, counting down the days and nights. Heading home now. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. Told her save me a seat on that porch. Girl, I'm coming back to town. There's letters passing between towns now, but soon I won't need to write. There's letters passing between towns now, 'cause I'm coming home tonight. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a heart that's finally light. The morning after that last show, I packed my things alone. The morning after that last show, I packed my things alone. No manager, no green-eyed woman, just me and my guitar in my own 2 hands on my own. Ray showed up in my hotel room, papers rolled up in his fist. Ray showed up in my hotel room, papers rolled up in his fist. You can't just walk away, Jesse, he said. There's a whole tour you're gonna miss. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. Every dollar that he offers now don't come with any trust. I told him take me to court then, Ray, let the whole world hear the truth. I told him take me to court then, Ray, let the whole world hear the truth. Let them hear how you built your kingdom off the backs of restless youth. His face went pale a moment, first time I'd seen him lose his cool. His face went pale a moment, first time I'd seen him lose his cool. You wouldn't dare, he told me, but his voice had lost its usual jewel. I said, watch me, Ray, I got nothing left for you to steal. I said, watch me, Ray, I got nothing left for you to steal. You already took the woman and the money, this time I'm the one who deals. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. Every dollar that he offers now don't come with any trust. He tried another angle, then softer, almost like a plea. He tried another angle, then softer, almost like a plea. I made you who you are, Jesse, don't that count for something to you and me? I looked at him and shook my head, said, no, Ray, you got it wrong. I looked at him and shook my head, said, no, Ray, you got it wrong. I made myself with a busted heart and my daddy's 6 strings all along. You just found me when I was hungry enough to sign my name away. You just found me when I was hungry enough to sign my name away. Won't happen twice, I've learned my lesson. I ain't hungry, Ray, today. Ray stood there a long moment,
And for the first time since I'd known him, I saw something almost like fear behind them calm, calculating eyes. Not fear of losing money. I don't think a man like Ray ever really feared that. Fear of being seen, maybe, for exactly what he was. A man who built a kingdom out of other men's dreams and never once had a dream of his own worth stealing. I almost felt sorry for him. Almost then I thought about Rosalie's green eyes, about the fine print, about the year I spent chasing applause instead of truth. And the sorry passed right on by. I hope you find somebody else to build you up, Ray. I said, but it ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened a door that led somewhere I chose myself. I felt alright. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to Creeper Kettle Door. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door, back to Big Sam's fiddle in a room above a bar I'd known before. The city kept on moving me, about the finest thing to do. I stopped to find about the year I spent in a hospital instead of truth, and the story passed right on by. I hope you find somebody else to build you up, Ray, I said, but it ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened a door that led somewhere I chose myself. About heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door, back to Big Sam's fiddle in the room above the bar I'd known before. I said, but it ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened the door that led somewhere I chose myself. Before a show, straightening his tie, stares into his own reflection like it's someone else's face. Wonders when exactly that transformation passed him by. The suit's $100, silk against his collarbone. His hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees a stranger dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks and hands him whiskey like a morning coffee. Says you got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show. Jesse drinks it slow and thinks about the Clarksdale mornings when his only mirror was the river's steady flow. Loretta finds him staring, wraps her arms around his shoulders, says, where'd you go just now? You looked a million miles away. Jesse tells her nothing,
just a little tired, that's all. But Loretta's learned to see the things he doesn't say. The crowd tonight's the biggest one that Jesse's ever faced. 10,000 seats all filled with faces he don't know. Ray comes in to say the numbers, says they're breaking records. Jesse nods along, but something in him moves too slow. He picks his daddy's guitar up from its velvet case, runs his thumb along the wood worn smooth from years of hands. 6 strings still the only thing that stayed the same since Clarksdale. The only piece of him still standing where it stands. And the crowd is already roaring, and the lights are already bright. And somewhere in the mirror, Jesse's looking for the light. 6 strings in the mirror, midnight train still calling, whiskey glass reflecting back a face I hardly know. 6 strings in the mirror, further from my falling. I'm chasing what I chased for, but I'm losing where to go. He walks the hallway to the stage, where roadies rush around him. Ray's shouting orders like he owns the whole parade. Jesse pauses at the curtain, listens to the crowd's low thunder, remembers juke joints where the only crowd was Big Sam's trade. The lights come up and Jesse steps into the roaring shining. 10,000 voices calling out the only name he's got. Jesse smiles the practice smile and lifts his daddy's guitar, plays the opening chord and feels a small familiar spot. For 3 minutes, right there under those hot stage lights, something honest broke through all the diamonds and the whiskey. Jesse closed his eyes, and for just that one song, he wasn't the Prince of Beale Street, he wasn't a headline. He wasn't a man signing papers he never read. He was just a boy on a porch in Clarksdale, learning his daddy's chords by lamplight, playing for nobody but the crickets and the dark. The crowd roared like a flood when the song ended, and Jesse opened his eyes to 10,000 strangers clapping for a moment of truth they probably didn't even know they'd witnessed. He thought, maybe that's still in there somewhere. Maybe the Delta boy ain't gone completely. Maybe he's just buried under all this shine, waiting on somebody to dig him back out. After the show, the dressing room fills up with familiar faces. Calloway, Loretta, Ray, all talking numbers, talking fame. Jesse sits quiet in the corner with his daddy's guitar, thinking that tonight, for one song, he remembered his own name. Against his collarbone, his hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees strangers dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks in hands and whiskey like a morning coffee, says you got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show. Jesse drinks it
finds him staring, wraps her arms around his shoulders, says, "Where'd you go just now? You looked a million miles away." Jesse tells her nothing, just a little tired, that's all. But Loretta's learned to see the things he doesn't say. She cried the dressing room bulbs around the mirror's edge. Jesse sits alone before a show, straightening his tie. Stares into his own reflection like it's someone else's face. Wonders when exactly that transformation passed him by. The suit's $100, silk against his collarbone. His hair is slicked and shining underneath the dressing lights. Jesse used to see his daddy's jawline in the mirror. Now he sees a stranger dressed for one more Nashville night. Someone knocks and hands him whiskey like a morning coffee. Says, "You got 20 minutes, Mr. Cole, before the show." Jesse drinks it slow and thinks about the clock's dead moments, when his only mirror was the river's steady flow.
Just as the sun began to fall, we rode into Jackson just as the sun began to fall. I jumped out for the truck had even stopped, didn't wait for Willie's call. Julie was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew. Julie was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew the exact hour I'd come walking up that road, straight back to you. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. She didn't jump up running, didn't make a big old scene. She didn't jump up running, didn't make a big old scene. Just patted the step beside her, calm as a Sunday morning serene. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. She looked at me a long moment and said, "You look tired but complete." I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. She just nodded slow and quiet like she'd known I'd choose this way. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay. She said it wasn't my place to bend your road. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay. She said it wasn't my place to bend your road. But I sure am glad you chose it. Glad you carried home this load. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know.
Loretta brought us out some tea, didn't linger, left us be.
Loretta brought us out some tea,
Didn't linger, left us be.
Willie hollered from the yard, don't wait too long now,
Cold to speak honestly. I laughed and looked over at Junie, feeling braver than before.
I laughed and looked over at Junie,
Feeling braver than before.
took her hand there on the porch steps,
Didn't need to say much more. I told Junie everything that evening. Delilah's leaving Rosalie's lies, Ray Kingston's fine print, every mile of road that led me finally to that exact porch step. She listened close, didn't flinch, didn't try to fix nothing or make it prettier than it was. When I finished, she just squeezed my hand and said, "Sounds like the road was teaching you something the whole time, Jesse. Sounds like maybe you needed to lose a few things before you knew what was worth keeping." I thought about my daddy's guitar, about Big Sam's warning, about every hard lesson wrapped up in 6 strings and a busted heart. And I thought, sitting there with Junie's hand in mine, that maybe this was what all that walking had been leading toward. Not fame, not money, not even redemption exactly. Just a porch, an honest woman, and a peace I hadn't known I was chasing.
Stars came out slow above us,
One by one across the sky.
stars came out slow above us.
One by one across the sky.
Junie hummed an old hymn soft,
And I
hummed along.
didn't know why. I asked her, would you mind if I stayed a while, not just passing through?
I asked her, would you mind if I stayed a while?
Not just passing through.
She smiled and said, Jesse Cole, I've been minding that
Since I first heard you sing true. Stay a while now.
we sat there talking long past midnight.
Porch light burning low.
We sat there talking long past midnight.
Porch light burning low.
For the first time in a long, long while, I wasn't aching to go. Sitting on the porch steps, and for once I ain't in a hurry to leave. Sitting on the porch steps, learning how to simply believe.
Simply believe.
Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a heart
That finally can breathe.
Second week in Clarksville now. Folks starting to know my face. Still don't know where I'm sleeping most nights, but my case ain't empty no more. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Some folks stop and listen, some just walk on where they stand. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. First kind words I heard since Delilah caused this rift. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. But woke up I ain't had in many a day. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. Said, boy, that voice of yours could fill a room twice this small. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. Said his name was Big Sam and he'd been down this very track. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. Got a room above a bar tonight, you're welcome to the same. Now, I ain't had a stranger offer me a kindness in a long, long while. So I looked at Big Sam and I asked him straight, why you helping me? He just laughed, this big rolling laugh, and said, 'cause somebody helped me, boy, back when I was walking same as you. Whiskey in my belly and a broken heart for a compass. You got the hunger, I can hear it in how you hit them strings. Like you're still trying to prove something to a girl who ain't listening no more. Come on, let an old man show you what this guitar's really for. Colors bled. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled, to a bar with a busted sign that read the copper kettle overhead. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. First time since the light had left, I felt like I was on the right track. Down the street. Yeah, this here's the start of something good. Stern as a Sunday sermon. Junie's daddy was a preacher man, stern as a Sunday sermon. Marcus warned me, watch yourself cold, he don't take kindly to no vermin. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. Walked up to his little house, feeling nervous as a green cut wood. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. He set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. Studied me a long, long moment like he was reading through my past. I'm asking June, his father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking June, his father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. I heard about Memphis, he said slow, heard about the life he led. I heard about Memphis, he said slow, heard about the life he led. Heard about women, heard about money, heard the road that you were fed. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. Told him about Delilah, Rosalie, Ray Kingston, told him truthfully, told him all. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. When I finished, he was quite a while before he looked at me again. I'm asking June, his father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking June, his father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. I marry fools who look much cleaner, standing pretty at my side. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. You sure you found it, son, or is this porch just one more town? I looked that old preacher dead in the eye, and for a moment I thought about every road I'd walked since Delilah left. The midnight train, the crossroads outside Clarksville, Memphis, Ray, Rosalie, the long walk back to the Copper Kettle, the Juke joint circuit, Willie's kindness, and finally this very porch. And I told him the truest thing I knew. Sir, I've been lost enough times to know exactly what fine feels like now. I ain't perfect, and I ain't finished changing, but I know this: every road I ever walked was leading me towards somebody who didn't need me to be nothing but honest. That's your daughter. I ain't asking to stop walking altogether, I'm asking if she'd walk it with me. And if you trust me enough to let her. He was quiet a long moment, then he stood up slow, held out his hand and said, well, that's the first honest thing a man said to me on this porch in a long while. Jesse Cole. He shook my hand, firm and slow, said, you got my blessing, son. He shook my hand, firm and slow, said, you got my blessing, son. But you break her heart the way that Memphis broke you, we'll have another run. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. He called Junie out onto the porch, said, girl, I believe he's fit for you. Junie ran out laughing, tears not far behind her eyes. Junie ran out laughing, tears not far behind her eyes.
like he was reading through my past. I'm asking Julie's father now, hat in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Julie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer.
Her name was Rosalie. She told me on a Tuesday night. Her name was Rosalie. She told me on a Tuesday night. Sat right up front at the kettle, underneath the dim red light. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. Said a voice like mine could make a grown man dance in the rain. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing, whispering sweet words that had my better sense delaying. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. She run with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. Been so long since somebody looked at me and broke that lonesome spell. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. Short suit, gold ring, a smile that seemed to promise so much more. Ray walked up to me easy, shook my hand like we were old friends. Heard you're the one lighting up the kettle these days, he said. Got an ear for talent, Jesse Cole, I know people, real people. Promoters up in Memphis looking for a sound just like yours. Rosalie stood there smiling like she already knew the ending to this story. Big Sam just watched from the bar, didn't say a word. But I saw his jaw tighten up like he was biting back a warning. He already gave me once and knew I wasn't gonna hear again. I shook Ray's hand anyway, Lord help me, I shook his hand. Ray bought around for the whole room, said drinks are on me tonight. Ray bought around for the whole room, said drinks are on me tonight. Rosalie slid in close beside me, said don't he treat you right. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I was too caught up in the shine to see what he was trying to hide. Watch out now! I'm walking into a brand new day. 3 months now since Ray started working on the tour, carrying cases, counting money, handling every deal. Jesse trusts him like a brother, like the old days back in Clarksdale. Never thinks to question how good things start to feel. Ray's got a way of talking smooth to men in fancy offices. Says he's looking out for Jesse like a brother ought to do. Jesse signs whatever papers Ray sets down before him. Never reads the fine print like his daddy taught him to. The shows keep getting bigger, Chicago now then Detroit. Jesse's name in lights above, the marquee getting tall. Ray handles all the money now, says don't you worry Jesse, just play your guitar brother and let me handle it all. Starts to notice something changing in the numbers. Ask Jesse quiet questions when they're lying in the dark. Jesse waves it off and says that Ray's been like a brother. Loretta's face goes worried, but she just holds back and marks. Backstage in Chicago, Jesse catches Ray on the telephone, talking low and quick to someone Jesse's never met. Ray hangs up quick and smiles and says it's nothing, just business. Jesse nods and lets it go, though something feels like death. The whiskey glasses multiply with every passing city. Jesse drinks to celebrate and drinks to ease the pace. Loretta watches from the wings with worry in her shoulders, watching Jesse's smile grow thinner underneath his face. And the money keeps on flowing, and Ray keeps counting fast. And somewhere in the shadows, something ain't gonna last. 6th Street still ringing, midnight train still running. Whiskey glass keeps filling while my brother counts the tape. 6th string still ringing, but something's coming undone. I trust the hand that's helping, don't know it's gonna break. Big Sam calls Colette one night while Jesse's in Detroit. Says, boy, I heard some rumors about the man who's handling you. Jesse laughs it off, says, Sam, you're worrying for nothing. Ray's been with me since the start, he's always seen me through. Big Sam's voice goes quiet, then he says it's slow and careful, son. A man who counts your money ought to let you count it too. Ain't saying nothing's wrong, just saying watch a little closer. The road's got plenty wolves that wear a face that looks like you. Jesse hung up the phone that night and sat there for a long while, looking at the hotel wall like it might have answers written on it. He thought about Ray back in Clarksdale, sharing cornbread on a porch step when they were both just skinny boys, with nothing but a guitar and a dream between them.
He thought about all the years since then, all the small favors, all the trust built up. One handshake at a time. Surely a man didn't change that much. Surely the boy who once gave Jesse half his sandwich, when Jesse's own family had nothing to give, surely that boy wouldn't turn into somebody else just because there was money in the room now. Jesse told himself that he told himself that hard, but somewhere underneath the telling, a small cold feeling settled in his chest and didn't leave, not even after he fell asleep. Morning comes and Ray's already up and dressed for business, smiling wide and talking fast about the next big show. Jesse watches him a little closer than he did the day before. Ray don't seem to notice or pretends he doesn't know. Whatever papers Ray sets down before him, never reads the fine print like his daddy taught him to. The shows keep getting bigger, Chicago now then Detroit. Jesse's name in lights above the marquee getting tall. Ray handles all the money now, says don't you worry Jesse, just play your guitar brother and let me handle it all. 3 months now since Ray started working on the tour, carrying cases, counting money, handling every deal. Jesse trusts him like a brother, like the old days back in Clarksdale. Never thinks to question how good things start to feel. Ray's got a way of talking smooth to men in fancy offices. Says he's looking out for Jesse like a brother ought to do. Jesse signs whatever papers Ray sets down before him, never reads the fine print like his daddy taught him to. The shows keep getting bigger, Chicago now, then Detroit. Jesse's name in lights above the marquee getting tall. Ray handles all the money now, says don't you worry Jesse, just play your guitar brother and let me handle it all. 3 months now since Ray started working on the tour, carrying cases, counting money, handling every deal. Jesse trusts him like a brother, like the old days back in Clarksdale. Never thinks to question how good things start to feel. Ray's got a way of talking smooth to men in fancy offices. Says he's looking out for Jesse like a brother ought to do. Jesse sounds whatever paper.
Six more weeks left on the tour, 6 more towns to play. 6 more weeks left on the tour, 6 more towns to play. I counted every one of them down like a that night like there'd been no aftermath. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll wear his chain. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll carry his name. After tonight I'm walking free, whatever the cost, whatever the pain. Well, the crowd in Little Rock was bigger than I'd ever seen before. The crowd in Little Rock was bigger than I'd ever seen before. Thousands singing back my own words louder than a Delta storm. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll wear his chain. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll carry his name. After tonight I'm walking free, whatever the cost, whatever the pain. Guitar resting in my hand. I stood backstage before going on, guitar resting in my hand. Thought about every mile I'd walk from that cotton picking land. Thought about Delilah's empty house, a note upon the table. Thought about Delilah's empty house, a note upon the table. Thought about Big Sam's steady hands teaching me what I was able. Thought about Rosalie's green eyes and how they lied so well. Thought about Rosalie's green eyes and how they lied so well. Thought about Ray Kingston's gold rings and the story that they tell. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll wear his chain. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll carry his name. After tonight I'm walking free, whatever the cost, whatever the pain. I walked out on that stage and the whole arena roared. I walked out on that stage and the whole arena roared. I looked out past the footlights and I felt something restored. Not the fame, not the money, not the flashing of the light. Not the fame, not the money, not the flashing of the light. Just the honest feeling of a song sung true and right. I played every note like it was the only one I had left. I played every note like it was the only one I had left. Poured out every mile of heartbreak, every gift and every theft. Somewhere in the middle of that final set, I stopped playing Ray Kingston's song. I mean, the song still had his name stamped on the record label. But for the first time in over a year, I wasn't playing for the crowd. Wasn't playing for the money. Wasn't even playing to prove Ray wrong. I was playing for the boy who stood on an empty porch with his daddy's dusty guitar, promising himself a life bigger than the one waiting for him in them cotton fields. I looked out at all them faces, strangers everyone, and I understood something Big Sam tried to tell me a long time ago. The crowd don't own the music owns itself. Ray could own my name on a piece of paper. He could never own what came out when I closed my eyes and played. Oh. Torn asunder, I bowed once quiet and walked off before the lights went down. I bowed once quiet and walked off before they're the words I spoke. I stood there breathing hard, feeling like a man torn asunder. I bowed once quiet and walked off, but before the lights went down. I bowed once quiet and walked off, and before the lights went down. Found Ray waiting in the wings with that same familiar frown. Well, Ray still smiled that easy smile whenever we crossed paths. Ray still smiled that easy smile whenever we crossed paths. Like nothing had been said that night, like there'd been no aftermath. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I'll wear his chain. This is the last show for Kingston, the last time I carry his name. After tonight I'm walking free, whatever the cost, whatever the pain. The crowd in Little Rock was bigger than I'd ever seen. The whole town gathered at the little church on a Saturday in June. The whole town gathered at the little church on a Saturday in June. Willie stood up as my best man. Mark was playing a wedding tune. The Ritter cried before the service, even had a chance to start. The Ritter cried before the service, even had a chance to start. Said Jesse Cole, I always knew you had a good and honest heart. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, ringing out across the town. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, Lord, I can't stop smiling now. Every road that ever hurt me led me right here, led me down. Junie walked in on her daddy's arm, dressed simple, dressed in white. Junie walked in on her daddy's arm, dressed simple, dressed in white. I forgot every word I practiced, just stood there struck by the sight. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, ringing out across the town. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, Lord, I can't stop smiling now. Every road that ever hurt me led me right here, led me down. Her daddy spoke the words over us, voice steady, eyes gone soft. Her daddy spoke the words over us, voice steady, eyes gone soft. I thought about my own daddy, watching somewhere up aloft. I thought about the porch back home where this old guitar first learned my hand. I thought about the porch back home where this old guitar first learned my hand. Wished he could have seen this day, wished he could understand. But I carried him there with me in the 6 strings on my back. I carried him there with me in the 6 strings on my back. Every lesson that he taught me, guiding me down this very track. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, ringing out across the town. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, Lord, I can't stop smiling now. Every road that ever hurt me led me right here, led me down. Big Sam made the trip from Clarksville, fiddle tucked beneath his arm. Big Sam made the trip from Clarksville, fiddle tucked beneath his arm. Said wouldn't miss this for the world, boy, wouldn't miss seeing you find your calm. He played a song outside the church while folks threw rice up in the air. He played a song outside the church while folks threw rice up in the air. Old Oldest sent his blessing too, said the kettle wished us well from there. Standing there with Junie's hand in mine, watching Big Sam's fiddle dance under the Mississippi sun, I thought about every mile that brought me to this exact moment. Delilah's empty house, the crossroads outside Clarksville, Ray Kingston's cold office, Rosalie's silence, the long walk back to a town I thought I'd lost forever. None of it felt like wasted time anymore. It felt like a road that had to bend through every one of them places to lead me here. To a church full of people who love me plain and honest. To a woman who never once needed me to be anybody but myself. Big Sam caught my eye across the churchyard and gave me a nod. The same nod he gave me the very first day he found me singing on a corner. I understood it now, the way I couldn't back then. Some men build you up, some men just walk beside you till you find your own way up. The reception spilled out into the reddest yard, tables full of food and song. The reception spilled out into the reddest yard, tables full of food and song. Willie Marcus led the band, playing loud and playing long. Junie's daddy danced with his daughter, tears he wouldn't quite explain. Junie's daddy danced with his daughter, tears he wouldn't quite explain. I danced with Loretta after, thanking her again and again. There's a sun went down on Jackson, I pulled Junie close and swayed. There's a sun went down on Jackson, I pulled Junie close and swayed. Told her every hard road brought me here, and I'm glad I never strayed. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, and now she's carrying my name. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, ain't never felt so free ashamed. Got sick strings on my shoulder and a love that puts every road to shame. Daddy's arm, dressed simple, dressed in white. Junior walked in on her daddy's arm, dressed simple, dressed in white. Woody stood up as my best man, Marcus playing a wedding tune. Loretta cried before the service even had a chance to start. Loretta cried before the service even had a chance to start. Said Jesse Cole, I always knew ya, that a good and honest heart. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, ringing out across the town. Jackson wedding bells are ringing, Lord, I can't stop smiling now. Every road that ever hurt me led me right here, led me down. Junie walked in on her daddy's arm, dressed in white. Junie walked in on her daddy's arm, dressed in white. I forgot every word I It was deep into the autumn when Junie's pains began. It was deep into the sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Loretta came to sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Told me men wait outside for this one. Jesse ain't really got a choice. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on the first cry to come along. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Said, I remember pacing just like this, thought that I would die. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Hours passed like they were years, the house lit up with lamps. Hours passed like they were years, the house lit up with lamps. I prayed the way my mama taught me, prayed away every cramp. Then just before the sun came up, a sound cut through the air. Then just before the sun came up, a sound cut through the air. A crying, wailing, beautiful sound, answer to my every prayer. Loretta came out smiling wide, said, come on in and see. Loretta came out smiling wide, said, come on in and see. I ran inside with shaking hands, heart pounding, fierce and free. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. She looked up at me smiling, said, Jesse, come meet him, come on through. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. She placed him in my arms so gentle, and I forgot my fears, forgot them all. I held that boy in my arms, and I couldn't find a single word for a long, long while. I thought about my own daddy, about the guitar he left me, about every hard road that guitar carried me down before it ever led me here. I thought about Delilah's midnight train, about how far that heartbreak had pushed me before it finally turned into something worth finding. I looked down at my son, tiny fingers wrapped around my thumb, and I made him the same kind of promise my daddy probably made to me. Without ever saying it out loud, I promised I'd teach him every honest thing. I learned the hard way, so maybe he wouldn't have to learn it quite so hard himself. Junie watched me with tears in her eyes and said, what are we naming him, Jesse? I didn't even have to think on it, Samuel. I said, Samuel Cole! After the man who taught his daddy what the blues was really for. Then Big Sam near about cried when we told him the name we chose. Big Sam near about cried when we told him the name we chose. Said, well, I reckon that's the finest thing
that this old fiddler knows.
Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm.
Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Said, welcome to the world, little Sam. May you grow up free from harm. Watching him breathe soft and steady, singing low till near the break of dawn.
Well, the night our boy was born changed me more than any stage. More than any stage. The night our boy was born turned a brand new honest page. A brand new page.
Got 6 strings on the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along.
Well, he sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye.
Said, well, I reckon that's the finest thing that this old fiddler knows.
Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm.
Said, welcome to the world, little Sam. May you grow up free from harm.
Crib long after everyone had gone. I sat that night beside the crib long after everyone had gone.
Watching him breathe soft and steady, singing low till near the break of dawn.
The night our boy was born changed me more than any state. More than any. The night our boy.
On Clarksdale with the roosters rusty crowing. Jesse wakes on Big Sam's couch, a blanket rough and thin. Reaches for his guitar first before his boots of breakfast. Something in that habit feels like breathing once again. Big Sam's already up and moving, coffee on the stovetop. Says his grits if you want some, ain't fancy like you used to. Jesse laughs, first real laugh in months, says fancy never fed me half as good as what you're cooking, Sam, and that's the honest truth. They sit out on the porch step while the morning burns off slowly. Big Sam hands him coffee, black, no sugar, just the way Jesse used to take it back before the Nashville parties, before the world convinced him playing was something to give away. A neighbor walks by slow and waves, don't ask for autographs or pictures, just says morning Sam and morning to the stranger by his side. Jesse realizes nobody here cares much about the magazine covers, feels a weight come off his shoulders, wide as Delta sky is wide. Big Sam pulls his own guitar out, says let's see what you remember. Starts a simple 12-bar blues the way he taught him years ago. Jesse joins in hesitant at first and finds the old groove waiting. Something clicks back into place he didn't know he'd let go. And nothing polished, just 2 men and 2 guitars beneath the porch roof morning light. Jesse feels his hands remembering something deeper than the fingers, a rhythm that don't need 10,000 people to feel right. And the porch boards creak familiar, and the coffee's going cold, and the music's getting simpler, getting truer, growing old. 6 strings on the porch step, midnight train still running, whiskey
nothing that you're chasing after me. Word starts spreading slow through Clarksdale that the coal boy has come home. A few folks stop to listen when Big Sam's porch starts to play. Jesse feels a nervousness at first, like Nashville's watching, judging, then remembers these are neighbors, not reporters, and lets that fear give way. By evening, there's a small crowd gathered loose around the porch steps. Nothing like the arenas, nothing like the diamond lights. Jesse plays a song he's never played before, something new and honest about a man who lost his way and found it back some quiet night. An old woman in the small crowd, maybe 70 years old, came up to Jesse after the songs had finished and took his hand in both of hers, rough and warm. She said, "Baby, I heard you on the radio a few years back. Sounded like money. But this, what you just played on this porch, this sounds like somebody's soul." Jesse didn't know what to say to that. He thanked her, quiet, and she nodded like she understood more than he'd said out loud after she walked off into the evening. Jesse sat back down next to Big Sam and thought about all the stages, all the reviews, all the magazine covers calling him the Prince of Beale Street. None of it had ever felt as true as one old woman holding his hand on a Clarksdale porch, telling him she'd heard his soul in the music. Maybe that's what he'd lost somewhere in Nashville. Not the talent, not the six strings, just the willingness to let the soul show through them. Big Sam claps him on the shoulder once the small crowd's finally scattered. Says, "That's the sound I always knew was hiding in your chest." Jesse looks out at the darkening fields beyond the porch light. Says, "I think I finally understand what home really meant." Light glow, two sounds finding rhythm in the only home they know. Six strings on the porch step, midnight train still running, whiskey glass forgotten on a shelf I hardly see. Six strings on the porch step, learning how the sunrise feels different when I'm playing just for what it means to me. Big Sam here beside me, teaching me again to grow. Daddy's guitar is finally home. Finally home, finally home, finally home. Stars come out over Clarksdale, same as every night before. Jesse sits alone a moment once the porch is finally clear. Six strings resting in his lap beneath the same old sky. 50 songs of running led him back to where he's always feared and loved and steered.
Second week in Clarksville now. Folks starting to know my face. Still don't know where I'm sleeping most nights, but my case ain't empty no more. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Some folks stop and listen, some just walk on where they stand. An old woman dropped $1, said, "Son, you got the gift." An
never sung a thing.
Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. But woke up with a purpose I ain't had in many a day. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. Oh, a fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. Said, boy, that voice of yours could fill a room twice this small. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. Said his name was Big Sam and he'd been down this very track. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. Got a room above a bar tonight, you're welcome to the same. Now, I ain't had a stranger offer me a kindness in a long, long while. So I looked at Big Sam and I asked him straight, why you helping me? He just laughed, this big rolling laugh, and said, 'cause somebody helped me, boy, back when I was walking same as you. Whiskey in my belly and a broken heart for a compass. You got the hunger, I can hear it in how you hit them strings. Like you're still trying to prove something to a girl who ain't listening no more. Come on, let an old man show you what this guitar's really for. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled, to a bar with a busted sign that read the copper kettle overhead. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. First time since Delilah left, I felt like I was on the right track. Coins in the case, friend by my side, Big Sam's laugh echoing down the street. Yeah, this here's the start of something, something good. tougher crowd than we'd ever seen. Two men started fighting near the stage over something mean. Willie stepped between them, trying to calm the whole thing down. Willie stepped between them, trying to calm the whole thing down. One of them swung wide and caught him, sent him spinning to the ground. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars in the concrete floor. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars in the concrete floor. Wasn't the crime I thought I'd answer for, but I'd do it all once more. Defending my old friend, I didn't think, just swung right back, defending my old friend. The law showed up and grabbed us both before the night could end. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars on the concrete floor. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars on the concrete floor. Wasn't the crime I thought I'd answer for, but I'd do it all once more. Sat across the cell holding ice against his eye. Willie sat across the cell holding ice against his eye. Said, sorry Jesse, didn't mean to drag you into this here alibi. I told him, man, that's what a friend is for, don't you worry none. I told him, man, that's what a friend is for, don't you worry none. He laughed despite the bruise and said, well, this sure ain't how the night was supposed to run. In the corner cell started singing something low. And old drunk in the corner cell started singing something low. I recognized the tune the moment, one my own daddy used to know. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars on a concrete floor. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, cold bars on a concrete floor. Wasn't the crime I thought I'd answer for, but I'd do it all once more. With the bell shaking his head at us both. Marcus came by morning with the bell shaking his head at us both. Y'all's lucky Junie ain't the one who came, she'd have skinned you, that's an oath. We walked out squinting in the sunlight, sore but laughing just the same. We walked out squinting in the sunlight, sore but laughing just the same. Some nights teach you more about a brother than any well-earned fame. Sitting in that cell overnight, I had plenty of time to think. Staring at them concrete walls, listening to that old drunk sing. Something close enough to one of my daddy's songs that I nearly cried right there. I thought about how different this felt from any trouble I'd known in Memphis. Ray's lawyers, Ray's fine print, Ray's version of consequences dressed up in expensive suits. This was simple, a friend got hit, I stood up for him. And we both paid a night for it, plain and honest as a debt ought to be. I realized something sitting on that cold floor, I'd rather spend 100 nights in a cell standing up for somebody who mattered than one more night. Free in some Memphis hotel room, standing up for nothing at all. Willie didn't need to thank me, the bruise on his own knuckle said plenty. Upset. Junie met us at the truck, arms crossed, trying hard to look upset. But I caught the corner of her smile before she let it set. Heroes, both of you, she said, shaking her head with a laugh. Heroes, both of you, she said, shaking her head with a laugh. I pulled her close and told her, well, Somebody's gotta walk that path. We told the story that night at supper, Loretta shaking her head at us three. We told the story that night at supper, Loretta shaking her head at us three. But she still dished out extra plates, said, well, family's family. Spent a night in the Jackson jail, but I'd stand for Willie again. Spent a night in the Jackson jail and found out who's a real friend. A real about 6 strings on my shoulder and a brotherhood that won't bend. Memphis station spits them out into the morning crowd. Horns and voices tangled up like wires overhead. Jesse's never seen a city move this fast before. Every face a stranger, every street a thread unread. He follows the address scratched on Calloway's old car. Past a barbershop, a diner, a church bell ringing clean. 6 strings on his shoulder like a cross he's learned to carry. Boots still caked with Delta dust, the only home he's seen. Beale Street opens up like a river full of sound. Trumpets bleeding out of doorways, pianos in the air. Jesse stops dead center like a man who's found religion, standing in the middle of a music he can't compare. Like it owes him something bad. Jesse drops a coin and stands there listening a minute, thinking of the roads and rooms and everything he's had. The record office door is smaller than he pictured. A woman at the desk asks who he's come to see. He says a name like it's a password to another life. She points down a hallway, says, Calloway's on 3. Up the stairs, his boots are loud on wooden steps. Heart beating faster than a train pulling from the yard. Whiskey glasses waiting on a shelf inside the office. But Jesse thinks of Big Sam's voice and holds his 6 strings hard. And the city hums around him like a chorus he ain't learned. Every corner holds a promise, every promise has gotta be earned. 6th Street, walking Beale Street, sunlight on the stone. Whiskey glass still empty, but the city ain't my home yet. 6 strings, walking Beale Street, further than I've known. Chasing down a sound that I ain't found completely. Calloway's office smells like leather and cigar smoke. Photographs of singers Jesse's only heard on air. He sits down in a chair too soft for Delta boys and waits to hear if all this travel led him anywhere. Calloway comes in talking fast about a session. Says Thursday morning, boy, we'll cut your very first sound. Jesse's hands go cold and steady all at once together, like the moment right before the midnight train leaves town. Calloway slid a paper across the desk and said, this is a contract, son, standard terms. We record 4 sides, we see how they do, and if the people like what they hear, well,
We talk about more. Jesse looked at the words, but they might as well have been written in a language he'd never learned. He thought about his daddy's guitar passed down like scripture and wondered what his daddy would say about signing his name next to a stranger's promise. He thought about Delilah's train pulling away in the rain and Big Sam's harmonica warm in his coat pocket and every dollar he didn't have and every dream he did. Calloway said, "Take your time, but not too much of it. Memphis is full of boys who can play guitar. Ain't many who can play it like they mean it." Jesse picked up the pen, his hand wasn't shaking anymore.
He signs his name the way his daddy taught him letters, slow and careful like each stroke could break or mend. Calloway shakes his hand and calls him Memphis material. Jesse walks back out not knowing where the road might bend. Glass still waiting, but I ain't drowning it just yet. 6 strings walking Beale Street, further than I planned. Midnight train delivered me to something I won't forget. Big Sam's voice still with me, Delilah's ghost behind. 6 strings walking Beale Street, stepping into my own time. Even falls on Memphis, neon starting to glow. Jesse stands on the corner where the boy still plays a song. He drops a coin then keeps on walking toward Thursday. 6 strings on his shoulder, carrying him along. 3 days on that track now, following the ghost of a train that already gone. My feet don't know nothing but forward no more. I walk till the soles of my boots wore thin. I walk till the soles of my boots wore thin. Following them rails like they lead me back to her again. Slept under a water tower, stars for a roof. Slept under a water tower, stars for a roof. 6 strings for a pillow.
higher, my shadow shrinking small. The sun was climbing higher, my shadow shrinking small. I heard a juke joint humming from behind a withered wall. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, right road says take your time. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. I ain't got a nickel, but I got a story to be told. Now my daddy used to say there's a place where two roads cross, and the devil don't care which way you walkin' long as you walkin' lost. I stood there at that fork with an empty bottle and a hungry gut, and I thought about turning back, finding that midnight train, dragging Delilah home by the wrist if I had to. But something in me, something stronger than the missing her, said, Jesse, that girl gave you a gift and didn't even know it. She gave you a reason to finally play that guitar like you mean it. So I picked a road, didn't matter much which one. I picked the one with music coming off it. And I started something new. Hey, Jesse! Play that thing! Oh! Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, but now I know it's mine. I'm standing at the crossroads, leaving her behind. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, new kind of time. Crossroads, morning light, first coin drop in that guitar case. Yeah, that's the sound of starting over. That's the sound. That's the sound. Six months pass and Jesse's face is on a magazine. Suit tailored sharp, a diamond ring upon his hand. Calloway calls him the Prince of Beale Street to the papers. Jesse hardly knows the man in pictures, hardly understands. The label bought him a Cadillac, the color of the moon. A driver named Frank who knows every Nashville street.
Jesse sits in back seats now instead of boxcars rattling. Leather where there used to be a splintered wooden seat. Loretta rides beside him with her hand upon his knee. Talks about the party at the mayor's house tonight. Jesse laughs along with her, though something feels like acting like he's playing at a role beneath the borrowed light. The party's full of faces that all know his name by now. Senators and singers, men with money in their eyes. Jesse shakes 100 hands and signs 100 napkins. Smiles until his jaw aches underneath the chandelier sighs. Someone hands him whiskey in a glass of real crystal. Nothing like the jars that poured it in the bag back home. Jesse drinks it easy now, don't cough or wince or wonder. Just another glass among the many glasses he's known. A photographer asked Jesse, how's it feel to have it all? Jesse pauses just a moment, something flickers in his eyes. Then he flashes the practice smile the label taught him well. Says it feels like everything, but somewhere down he lies. And the diamonds catch the candlelight and the room don't ever sleep. And somewhere underneath the shine, there's a promise he don't keep. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, midnight trains gone quiet. Whiskey glass of crystal, I don't count them anymore. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, drowning in the riot of a life I always wanted till I got it, till it wore. Big Sam sends a letter that sits unopened for a week. Jesse means to read it, but the parties never stop. Ray shows up from Clarksdale, an old friend looking for a favor. Says he's down on luck and Jesse's rising to the top. Jesse gives him money, gives him work around the tour. Ray smiles wide and thanks him, says he won't forget the debt. Jesse feels a little warmth, a little piece of home returning, but something in Ray's smile he don't quite recognize just yet. That night after the party, after the cameras stopped flashing, Jesse sat alone in the back of the Cadillac, while Frank drove slow through empty Nashville streets. He finally opened Big Sam's letter under the dome light. It was short. It said, boy, I hear you're doing fine. I hear you're famous now, that's good. Just don't forget the sound that got you there. Fame's got a way of asking a man to trade his voice for something that sounds a whole lot like everybody else's. Come see me sometime if you remember the way Jesse folded the letter and put it in his coat pocket, right next to a folded contract worth more money than Big Sam had probably seen his whole life. He looked out the window at the Diamond City lights and felt for just a moment like a very rich, very empty man. Loretta's waiting at the hotel when he finally makes it back. Says you look 1,000 miles away tonight, my love. Jesse kisses her and smiles and says he's only tired, but his mind is on a letter and a hand-me-down glove. I used to pass in race fine cars. The bus rode slow through towns I used to pass in race fine cars. Everything looked smaller now, though I hadn't traveled far. I watched the cotton fields go by, white as clouds against the ground. I watched the cotton fields go by, white as clouds against the ground. Felt something loosen in my chest, a weight I carried coming unwound. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to where the story been. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to find out what I meant. Before the lights, before the money, before the year I nearly spent. An old man sat beside me, asked if I was headed home. An old man sat beside me, asked if I was headed home. I told him I wasn't rightly sure, just knew I couldn't keep on this way, couldn't roam. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to where the story been. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to find out what I meant. Before the lights, before the money, before the year I nearly spent. Clarksville just as evening colors bled. The bus pulled into Clarksville just as evening colors bled. Same dusty streets, same weathered signs, same feeling I once fled. I walked the last few blocks on foot, guitar heavy on my back. I walked the last few blocks on foot, guitar heavy on my back. Every step felt like unwinding time along a well-worn track. I saw the copper kettle sign still hanging crooked as before. I saw the copper kettle sign still hanging crooked as before. My hand was shaking just a little as I reached out for that door. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to where the story been. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to find out what I meant. Before the lights, before the money, before the year I nearly spent. The room smelled just the same, whiskey, sawdust, and cigar. The room smelled just the same, whiskey, sawdust, and cigar. And there behind the bar stood Otis, same as always, same as far. Otis looked up slow, did a double take, and near about dropped the glass. Otis looked up slow, did a double take, and near about dropped the glass. Jesse Cole, he said, half laughing, didn't think I'd see that face. Otis told me Big Sam still played most Fridays, still had that same corner table, still ordered the same drink he never finished, said he'd ask about me sometimes, wondering out loud if the Memphis lights had swallowed me whole. I asked if he was around tonight. Otis just smiled and nodded toward the back room, where I could hear a fiddle warming up, slow and familiar, like a voice. I hadn't realized how much I'd missed till I heard it again. I stood in that doorway a long moment, guitar case heavy in my hand, heart pounding harder than it ever did walking on to any stage in Memphis. I thought about everything that happened since I last stood in that same spot. Delilah's midnight train, Rosalie's green eyes, Ray's fine print, the whole gilded cage of it. And here I was again, back at the start, except I wasn't the same boy who walked in the first time. I pushed the
looked at me over his glasses, didn't seem the least bit grand. Just said, well, look what the midnight train done drug back in the night. Just said, well, look what the midnight train done drug back in the night. I laughed, first real laugh in months, and it felt exactly right. He waved me over to the table, said, sit down, tell me where you've been. He waved me over to the table, said, sit down, tell me where you've been. I set my guitar down easy and finally let the whole truth in. I told him about Rosalie, about Ray, about every mile of shine. I told him about Rosalie, about Ray, about every mile of shine. He just listened quiet, nodded slow, and poured me out some wine. I made it back to the kettle now, and Big Sam's still right here, still right here. I made it back to the kettle now, after a hard and costly year. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and an old friend who still holds me dear. An old man sat beside me, asked if I was headed home. The bus rolled slow through towns I used to pass in Ray's fine car. Everything looked small now, though I hadn't traveled far. I watched the cotton fields go by, white as clouds against the ground. I watched the cotton fields go by, white as clouds against the ground. Felt something loosen in my chest, a weight I carried coming unwound. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to where the story bit. I'm going back to the kettle now, back to find out what I meant before the lights.
Her name was Rosalie, she told me on a Tuesday night. Her name was Rosalie, she told me on a Tuesday night. Sat right up front at the kettle, underneath the dim red light. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. Said a voice like mine could make a grown man dance in the rain. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing, whispering sweet words that had my better sense delaying. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. She run with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. Been so long since somebody looked at me and broke that lonesome spell. Oh,
I still ain't warm. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. Sharp suit, gold ring, a smile that seemed to promise so much more. Ray walked up to me easy, shook my hand like we were old friends. Heard you're the one lighting up the kettle these days, he said. Got an ear for talent, Jesse Cole. I know people, real people. Promoters up in Memphis looking for a sound just like yours. Rosalie stood there smiling like she already knew the ending to this story. Big Sam just watched from the bar, didn't say a word. But I saw his jaw tighten up like he was biting back a warning. He already gave me once and knew I wasn't gonna hear again. I shook Ray's hand anyway. Lord help me, I shook his hand. Don't he treat you right? I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I was too caught up in the shine to see what he was trying to hide. Watch out now! Watch out now! Watch out now! Oh, Rosalie, hey, Rosalie, and that smooth-talking man named Ray. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, they got plans for me, so they say. Big plans. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and I'm walking into a brand new day. We found a little house outside of Jackson, paint peeling on the door. We found a little house outside of Jackson, paint peeling on the door. Julie said it's perfect, Jesse, before I'd even seen the floor. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. Willie and Marcus helped me build a porch, the kind every good house grows. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. Julie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away.
watching over us today. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. I still play the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. I still play the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. Really understood the balance now, knew a man don't always gotta roam. Marcus started courting a girl himself, brought around on a Sunday noon. Marcus started courting a girl himself, brought around on a Sunday noon. We sat out on my new-built porch, playing a lazy Delta tune. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Her voice was soft but sure and steady, never once seemed out of place, never wrong. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. Said he'd heard the cold trio sound and wanted to bring it further round. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Said you built this house, Jesse, but I never asked you to abandon your own plan. I sang with that letter a long while, looking out at the little garden. Junie had started planting along the fence line tomatoes and greens. Coming up slow in the Delta heat, I thought about Chicago, about bigger stages, bigger crowds, maybe even bigger money. And for the first time since Memphis, the thought of a bigger stage didn't stir nothing much in me at all. I thought about Ray Kingston, about how chasing bigger nearly cost me everything that mattered. I looked over at Junie, humming soft while she worked in that garden, and I understood something Big Sam tried to teach me a long time ago. A man don't need the biggest stage in the world, he just needs the right one, with the right people standing beside him. I wrote back to that promoter and told him thank you, but I'd found exactly the size of life I was looking for. Chicago can wait its turn. Willie and Marcus agreed with me, said Chicago can wait its turn. We got a good thing going right here, just no need to make it burn. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. Junie's belly started rounding out that autumn, a secret we both knew. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. Junie beside me, hand on the belly, and for once my heart felt free. We got a house of our own now, and soon we'll be one more soon. We got a house of our own now, more than I ever bargained for, more than I bargained for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a family growing at my door. nobody else I'd known had a house outside of Jackson that felt more like home than my own. Every time we rolled back through, she'd have a plate set at the door. Every time we rolled back through, she'd have a plate set at the door. Never asked for nothing back, just fed us till we couldn't eat no more. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. First real family table I sat at since I left my daddy's place. Their kids would climb up on my lap and ask about the road. Their kids would climb up on my lap and ask about the road. I'd tell them stories, some of them true, about every town I know. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. First real family table I sat at since I left my daddy's place. Loretta asked me one evening, stirring pots above the flame. Loretta asked me one evening, stirring pots above the flame. You ever think of settling, Jesse? Finding a woman, finding your own name. I told her about Delilah, about Rosalie's green eyes and lies. I told her about Delilah, about Rosalie's green eyes and lies. She just shook her head and smiled, said, you ain't met the right one, that's no surprise. The right one don't need convincing, she said, and don't need chasing down. The right one don't need convincing, she said, and don't need chasing down. She'll just sit beside you quiet and somehow won't feel like a frown. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, simple as bread and grace. First real family table I sat at since I left my daddy's place. I helped Willie fix the fence line on a Sunday we weren't playing. I helped Willie fix the fence line on a Sunday we weren't playing. Sweating simple labor, no crowd around us swaying. Marcus brought his little sister by name of Junie, quiet and kind. Marcus brought his little sister by name of Junie, quiet and kind. She didn't fawn or flatter none, just sat and hummed along, easy in her mind. I noticed Junie, the way you notice weather changing, slow and then all at once. She wasn't trying to catch my eye like Rosalie used to. Wasn't waiting on my next record or my next big show. She just sat on Willie's porch steps humming along to whatever I played, sometimes correcting my chords with a laugh, saying, that ain't how the old hymns go, Jesse. Loretta caught me watching her one evening and just smiled that no one smiled. Didn't say a word, just went back to stirring her pot like she'd already seen. The whole story before it even started, I thought about Big Sam's advice about the blues coming from truth. And I wondered if maybe truth could sound like something gentler than heartbreak for once. Like a porch and a hymn sung slightly wrong, and a woman who didn't need a single thing from me except my honest company. I stayed an extra week in Jackson, telling the band I needed rest. I stayed an extra week in Jackson, telling the band I needed rest. Willie just grinned and winked at Marcus, said rest. Sure, that's what he calls it, I guess. Julie taught me her family's hymns, old songs passed down through years. Julie taught me her family's hymns, old songs passed down through years. I taught her a little of the blues, and for once there weren't no fears. Yeah! Hey!
let it grow. Loretta packed us food for the road when it finally came time to leave. Loretta packed us food for the road when it finally came time to leave. Junie stood on the porch and waited, and something in my chest began to grieve. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen that I'll carry down every road. There's a kindness in Willie's wife's kitchen, ooh, lighter than any load. Got 6 dreams on my shoulder and a feeling I ain't fully known.
From a hotel room in a town I can't recall. I rode to Junie from a hotel room in a town I can't recall. Told about the crowd that night, how the music filled the hall. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. Simple words about the garden, about the hymn she hummed alone. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Willie teased me something fierce whenever Mail called up with us. Willie teased me something fierce whenever Mail called up with us. Said, Cole, you're reading that letter slower than the whole darn book. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. I just smiled and folded up the letter, kept it tucked beneath my hood. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. Every crowd a little bigger, word spreading out from door to door. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. Wondering if a road this long could still lead back again to her and him. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency, steady pay each week. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency, steady pay each week. I thought about staying put a while, thought about what my heart might seek. Willie said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got. Willie said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got. That's the look of a man who already knows where his heart's tied in a knot. I sat on the edge of a hotel bed in Birmingham, that residency offer in my hand. Good money, steady work, everything a traveling man's supposed to want. After 2 years on the circuit, and all I could think about
Was Junie's handwriting careful and plain, telling me about her garden like it was the most important news in the world? Funny how a man can chase applause across 3 states and call it freedom, and then realize the thing he's really been chasing is a porch, a hummed hymn sung slightly wrong, and somebody who never once needed him to be anybody but exactly who he already was. I thought about Delilah's note on that kitchen table, watching you stay the same. Maybe this was different. Maybe wanting to go home to somebody wasn't staying the same at all. Maybe it was the whole point of everything the road had been teaching me.
Started up the truck, didn't need to ask me why. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. But my mind was already back in Jackson, counting down the days and nights. On that porch, girl, I'm coming back to town. There's letters passing between towns, but soon I won't need to write. There's letters passing between towns, 'cause I'm coming home tonight. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and any bottle of wine. Told the promoter not this time. I turned down the residency, told the promoter not this time. Well, it just grinned and started up the truck, didn't need to ask me why. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. But my mind was already back in Jackson, counting down the days and nights. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. Told her save me a seat on that porch, girl, I'm coming back to town. There's letters passing between towns, now folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Or will it tease me something fierce whenever Mel comes up with us? Will it? There's Thursday morning breaks with Duke on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks alone with boots, it echoes down the block. The studio door is propped by a man with cigarette smoke. Says you're cold, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like shakes his head. Says you're playing like you're scared, boy. Play it like you're free. Jesse thinks of every juke joint, every jail cell floor he slept on. Thinks of Big Sam's voice saying, play it just for me. Second take, the room goes still. The engineer leans in. Jesse's fingers find the string like water finds a groove. Sun breaks wide open, something honest starts to pour. Calloway stands up slowly like the sound has made him move. And the tape is rolling steady, catching every single sound. Every mile that Jesse traveled, coming through without a doubt. Six strings on the tape now. Midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is finally clear. Six strings on the tape now. This is where I belong. First time since Delilah left, I ain't running out of here. Second song's a slow one about a girl who caught a train. Jesse sings it soft the way regret is always sung. Calloway don't interrupt, just lets the tape keep turning. Says later that's the truest thing I've heard from someone young. Third song's got some fire in it, a Chuck Berry kind of stomp, about the roads he's walked and the rooms he's left behind. Fourth song comes out different, slower, deeper, older, about a whiskey glass that's finally left behind his mind. When the tape stopped rolling, nobody said a word for a while. Calloway came out from behind the glass, took his glasses off and wiped them on his shirt. He said, son, I've cut 100 sessions in this room. Most of them sound like they're trying to be somebody else. You sound like Jesse Cole, that's rare. He said the label would press the fourth song first, a slow one about the whiskey glass. Said radio men in 3 states were already asking who the new voice out of Memphis was. Jesse didn't know what to say. He thought about the porch back home. His daddy's hands guiding his fingers to the right frets. And he thought somewhere that old man was listening too, even if it was just the wind carrying the sound down south. They stepped outside where Beale Street's humming in the evening. Calloway lights a cigar and claps him on the back. Says Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories of. Jesse just looks up at the sky, watching daylight fade to black. Ow! Now, this is how it's made. Jesse walks Beale Street with a session in his bones. Neon flickers welcome like it's calling out his name. Four sides cut on Thursday, a whole life waiting after. 6 strings on his shoulder, never quite the same. Thursday morning breaks were due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. The studio door is topped by a man with cigarette smoke. Says, "You cold, get on in, we're already on the clock." Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his amp up, shaking it just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Callaway's behind the glass with headphones on his ears. Says, "Give me something real, boy, don't you play me safe." My name is Jesse Cole, and this here's the night my whole life turned around. The night Delilah left. I came home from the cotton field, the sun was hanging low. I came home from the cotton field, the sun was hanging low. Front door standing open, but there ain't nobody home. Her dress still on the hanger, but the shoes were gone. Her dress still on the hanger, but the shoes were gone. I called her name 3 times, but the house just hummed along. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I found a note upon the table, corner toning stain. I found a note upon the table, corner toning stain. Said, "Jesse, I can't live here watching you stay the same." Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I ran down to the station, heart pounding in my chest. I ran down to the station, heart pounding in my chest. Watched the midnight train pull out, heading for the west. Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. I stood there like a fool boy, singing the same old tune. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I stood on that platform till the last light of that train disappeared into the dark, and I thought about my daddy, who used to say, "Son, a man ain't nothing but the road he walks and the song he carries." I went home that night, reached under the bed, pulled out his old guitar. 6 strings, dust thick as a Delta summer. And I made myself a promise right there in that empty house.
I wasn't gonna sit and rot waiting on a woman who already left. I was gonna follow that same track Delilah rode away on, not to find her, but to find whatever's waiting for me past the edge of this town. First day of my new course. Oh, now. Oh, now. He's gone. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I'm following that train, following home. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I ain't the same, never the same. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and the whole wide world of pain. 6 strings, 1 road. Oh, Delilah, this here's just the beginning, just the beginning of the blues. Jesse caught him with the papers in his hand. 7 days of waiting on the promise wearing thin. Ray keeps saying, soon, brother, soon I'll set it right. Jesse keeps on drinking, keeps on letting the doubt sink in. Calloway don't know yet, Jesse hasn't told a soul, except Miss Hattie sworn to silence, worried in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way, tells himself that airing trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. Telegram arrives from Memphis from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the account in question's now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping, feels the door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. Ray sees Jesse's face and laughter dies down in his throat. Jesse holds the telegram out, doesn't raise his voice at all. The account is empty, Ray, where'd $10,000 go? Ray's smile finally drops completely, and something older surfaces, a tiredness, a bitterness Jesse's never seen him wear. Says, you want the truth, Jesse? I got debts, I got a family. You got everything so easy, I just took my fair share. And the roadies stop their working, and the room goes cold and still, and a friendship built on cornbread finally shows its final bill. 6 strings and a telegram, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the hole that's opening up inside. 6 strings and a telegram, everything I'm failing to hold together, brother. There's no place left to hide. Jesse asked the question that's been burning since the lobby. Fair share of what, Ray? I gave you work, I gave you trust. Ray just shakes his head and says, you never asked what I was owed for. Carrying your bags for years while you collected all the dust. The words cut deeper than the money ever could have, and Jesse feels the old friendship crumbling into something cold and strange. Ray says he's leaving, says he's done, says Jesse can keep his diamonds. Walks out through the stage door and don't ever look again. Jesse stood there in the empty backstage hallway for a long time. After Ray's footsteps had faded down the corridor and out into the Dayton night. The roadies had gone quiet, pretending to be busy with cables and cases, giving him the kind of privacy people give a man who's just watched something break that can't be fixed. He thought about all the years, Clarksdale, the dirt roads, the porch steps, the half a sandwich afternoons, and wondered if any of it had been as real as he remembered, or if Ray had been keeping score the whole time. Counting up some debt Jesse never knew he owed. Maybe that's what money did to people. Maybe it didn't create the greed, the resentment, the quiet keeping score. Maybe it just gave it somewhere to finally show itself. Jesse thought about his daddy's guitar, still safe in its case. The one thing in his whole life that had never once asked him for anything he couldn't give. He picked it up and held it close, right there in the empty hallway. And for the first time since Loretta left, he let himself cry. Calloway finds out by morning, furious about the money. Says they'll handle it with lawyers. Says Ray Cole, no way, Ray Doss will pay. Jesse just sits quiet through the meeting, doesn't care much for the details. Feels like something bigger than the money slipped away. Silence worry in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way. Tells himself that air in trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. A telegram arrives from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says they'll handle the questions now, completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping. Feels a door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. Ray sees Jesse's face and laughter dies down in his throat. Jesse holds the telegram out, doesn't raise his voice at all. The account is empty, Ray, where $10,000 go. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, then Dayton. Just playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing no friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. A telegram arrives from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the account in question's now
Thursday morning breaks were due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. The studio door is propped by a man with cigarette smoke. Says you cold, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his amp up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Calloway's behind the glass with headphones on his ears. Says, give me something real, boy, don't you play me safe. Jesse tunes a 6-string slow, remembering the Delta, remembering the Porsche where his daddy learned to play. The engineer counts down with fingers in the air. 3, then 2, then 1, then silence holds the room. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the midnight train again. Sees Delilah's face still hanging like a fading moon. First take comes out shaky. Calloway shakes his head. Says you're playing like you're scared, boy, play it like you're free. Jesse thinks of every juke joint, every jail cell floor he slept on. Thinks of Big Sam's voice saying, play it just for me. Second take, the room goes still. The engineer leans in. Jesse's fingers find the string like water finds a groove. Something breaks wide open, something honest starts to pour. Calloway stands up slowly like the sound has made him move. And the tape is rolling steady, catching every single sound. Every mile that Jesse traveled, coming through without a doubt. 6 strings on the tape now, midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is finally clear. 6 strings on the tape now, this is where I belong. First time since Delilah left, I ain't running out of here. Second song's a slow one about a girl who caught a train. Jesse sings it soft the way regret is always sung. Calloway don't interrupt, just lets the tape keep turning. Says later that's the truest thing I heard from someone young. Third song's got some fire in it, a Chuck Berry kind of stomp, about the roads he's walked and the rooms he's left behind. Fourth song comes out different, slower, deeper, older, about a whiskey glass that's finally left behind his mind. When the tape stopped rolling, nobody said a word for a while. Calloway came out from behind the glass, took his glasses off and wiped them on his shirt. He said, son, I've cut 100 sessions in this room. Most of them sound like they're trying to be somebody else. You sound like Jesse Cole. That's rare. He said the label would press the 4th song first, the slow one about the whiskey glass. Said radio men in 3 states were already asking who the new voice out of Memphis was. Jesse didn't know what to say. He thought about the porch back home. His daddy's hands guiding his fingers to the right frets. And he thought somewhere that old man was listening too, even if it was just the wind carrying the sound down south. They stepped outside where Beale Street's humming in the evening. Calloway lights a cigar and claps him on the back. Says Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories of.
watching daylight fade to black. Oh.
Silence calls out, give us everything. Just as harmonica answers, everything I got. Read against the quiet of the empty room. Two sounds weaving through a Memphis afternoon. Yeah, 6 strings on the tape now. Midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is fine and clear. 6 strings on the tape now, 4 sides strong. First time since Delilah left, I finally feel here. Big Sam's teaching right through every note I play. 6 strings on the tape now, this is how it's made. Jesse walks Beale Street with the session in his bones. Neon flickers welcome like it's calling out his name. 4 sides cut on Thursday, a whole life waiting after. 6 strings on his shoulder, never quite the same. Thursday morning breaks are due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. Is this Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories up? Says you come, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his hand up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Callaway's behind the blurs with headphones on his.
My name is Jesse Cole, and this here's the night my whole life turned around. The night Delilah left.
I came home from the cotton field, sun was hanging low. I came home from the cotton field, sun was hanging low. Front door standing open, but there ain't nobody home. Her dress still on the hanger, but her shoes were gone. Her dress still on the hanger, but her shoes were gone. I called her name 3 times, but the house just hummed along. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning, but I don't know how. I found a note upon the table, corner torn and stained. I found a note upon the table, corner torn and stained. Said, Jesse, I can't live here watching you stay the same. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you
station, heart pounding in my chest. I ran down to the station, heart pounding in my chest.
Watched the midnight train pull out, heading for the west.
Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon.
Steam was rising off the tracks like a ghost against the moon. I stood there like a fool boy singing the same old tune. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? Oh, Delilah, Delilah, where'd you run to now? The porch light's still on burning,
but I don't know how. I stood on that platform till the last light of that train disappeared into the dark, and I thought about my daddy, who used to say, "Son, a man ain't nothing but the road he walks and the song he carries." I went home that night, reached under the bed, pulled out his old guitar. 6 strings, dust thick as a Delta summer. And I made myself a promise right there in that empty house. I wasn't gonna sit and rot waiting on a woman who already left. I was gonna follow that same track Delilah rode away on, not to find her, but to find whatever's waiting for me past the edge of this town.
Locked the door behind me, ain't looking back no more. Poured myself a whiskey, drank it standing on the porch. Poured myself a whiskey, drank it standing on the porch. Watched the sun come up on the first day of my new course. Oh! Gone now. He's gone. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I'm following that train. Falling on. Oh, Delilah, Delilah, I ain't the same. Never the same. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and the whole wide world of pain.
6 strings, 1 road.
Oh, Delilah,
This here's just the beginning. Just the beginning of the blues.
I threw myself into rehearsal, tried to drown it out in rhyme. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Acting like nothing in the world had shifted underneath this man. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie watch his eyes dark to the floor. He asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie watch his eyes dark to the floor. Can't say that I have, he told me, but I'd heard that lie before. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. Then she told me something I hadn't ever known. She said, Mr. Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She said, Mr. Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She works for him, Mr. Cole always has, since before Clarksville, since before that green-eyed shine. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. Every sweet word Rosalie whispered turning hollow, turning to sound. She was never mine to lose, she was Ray's hand all along. She was never mine to lose, she was Ray's hand all along. Sent to keep me sweet and steady, singing pretty, singing strong. I thought about that first night at the Kettle of Green Eyes, catching the light. I thought about that first night at the Kettle of Green Eyes, catching the light. Wondered how much of that meeting had been planned before that very night. I walked out of that office and just kept walking. Didn't have a place in mind. Past the diners and the record shops with my own face staring back at me from the window glass. And I thought about Big Sam's warning the very first week I met Ray Kingston. She runs with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I heard that warning with my own two ears and let it drift right past me. Too dazzled by green eyes and gold rings to hear the truth in it. I thought about my daddy's guitar resting back in that hotel room. The one honest thing in my whole life that never once lied to me. Never once needed to be paid to sound the way it sounded. I stopped walking outside a little chapel on the edge of downtown. Sat down on the steps, and for the first time since July left, I let myself cry right there in the middle of Memphis. A famous man crying like the cotton field boy he used to be. I went back to my room and packed my bag, hand shaking as I moved. I went back to my room and packed my bag, hand shaking as I moved. Thought about tearing up that contract, but knew I still had something left to prove. I wasn't gonna run this time, wasn't gonna disappear. I wasn't gonna run this time, wasn't gonna disappear. I was gonna stand right there in Memphis and make Ray Kingston hear. Never yours. I found Ray at the bar that night, calm as he always seemed. I found Ray at the bar that night, calm as he always seemed. I said, I know about Rosalie. For once, his easy smile turned grim. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, but now the whole truth's clear. Truth is clear. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, and I ain't going nowhere, going nowhere. It got strange. coming soon. Should've read the warning in his calm. Since I left Clarksville behind. I've been walking near a week now since I left Clarksville behind. No map worth following, just my own feet and an open mind. Slept in barns and empty church pews wherever I could lay. Slept in barns and empty church pews wherever I could lay. Played for supper in 3 towns so far, made it another day. I'm headed nowhere in particular, just following the bend. I'm headed nowhere in particular, no beginning and no end. Just me and 6 strings on the shoulder of a man who's starting again. A farmer gave me a ride to Greenwood, said you look like trouble, son. A farmer gave me a ride to Greenwood, said you look like trouble, son. I laughed and told him trouble's just another name for someone on the run. I'm headed nowhere in particular, just following the bend. I'm headed nowhere in particular, no beginning and no end. Just me and 6 strings on the shoulder of a man who's starting again. I played on a corner in Greenwood Square, had out on the ground. I played on a corner in Greenwood Square, had out on the ground. Made enough for a bowl of stew and a bottle passed around. A group of young men gathered near, guitars slung on their backs too. A group of young men gathered near, guitars slung on their backs too. Said, mister, that sound you're making, we ain't never heard nothing quite that true. I told him I used to have a record playing on the radio. I told them I used to have a record playing on the radio. They just looked at me confused.